Good afternoon, I'm Paige Creaney and here are your headlines at 3:45. Airport expansion row, a council meeting becomes heated as campaigners say no to extending the runway. Taking advantage of the Tampon Tax, how a grant is helping hundreds of women across the city. And it's International Hello Day, so how many strangers have you greeted today? Environmental campaigners say expansion at Southampton Airport must not go ahead because it contradicts the Green City Charter that council bosses introduced in June. The airport wants to extend the runway, but protesters say it will cause too much pollution. Natalia Diaz reports.
Campaigners headed to the Civic Centre yesterday to take part in a full council meeting about the expansion of Southampton Airport. The council chambers were full to the brim as members of the airport expansion opposition presented a petition signed by over 1,900 people against the plans.
By 2050, to be the largest single carbon emitting sector in the UK, and the Committee on Climate Change says that if we wish to reach carbon neutrality, we must restrain airport growth. We should not base our economy on something that needs to be reduced.
Councilman Rob Harwood was the first to respond. He explained the high level of detail and scrutiny the plan will be under, but repeated that the plan itself will be put forward to easily borrowed council.
When this planning application is publicly made available, we will also be able to see the subsequent associated documents, including the environmental impact study. We haven't seen any of that yet. And we will then scrutinise these documents and we will go through them. And at that point, we will make a submission to Eastleigh Borough Council's planning process, but we will also take into account comments made by all residents.
Southampton Airport had previously said they respect campaigners' views and expressed that the airport will continue to grow sustainably and responsibly, sensitive towards the needs of the local community.
Have you registered to vote yet? Millions of people who are eligible to have their say on December 12th are yet to do so. With just 5 days left, there's now a big push to encourage students to sign up to the electoral roll, as Alex Daniel can explain. Alex?
Thanks, Paige. As the door of another general election opens in Great Britain, it's estimated by the Electoral Commission that over 9 million people are missing from the electoral roll or haven't registered to vote at their current address. Now, what does this mean for Southampton? Well, the last general election proved that every vote counts. It was a close one for the Southampton Itchen MP Royston Smith, who only won by the tiny margin of 31 votes. All eyes will be on this seat again in December, and all the parties want to ensure everyone gets to have their say.
What we need to think about is that this is a snap general election, so people actually haven't had a chance to get onto the electoral roll as quickly as they could do. And it's up to candidates like me and the other main political parties to make sure that people are told to vote and that they go out and register to vote, because their voices need to be heard in this general election.
Well, there are many seats in the country where students can influence the results, but the date of this election has proved to be contentious. There are concerns that students will be travelling between their university address and their home address on polling day. Remember, students can register to vote at both their home address and university address, but they cannot vote at both addresses. Student unions are encouraging everyone to make sure they're involved.
I think it's vital because everyone keeps saying it could be one of the most important votes of our lives, and I think it definitely is, seeing as there's so much going on at the moment, and even if you don't know who you're voting for, just do a little bit of research and make sure what you think is important is reflected.
Well, Southampton has a proven track record for heightened political awareness amongst young people. In the Youth Parliament ballot, Southampton had the highest turnout of the UK at 71%, whereas along the M27 in Portsmouth there was a 0% turnout.
It does have a sense of community. I know that being able to mobilise 71% of people means that there are strong links between young people and politics.
If you haven't already registered to vote, head to this address, gov.uk/register to vote, and make sure you do so before the 26th of November. Paige?
Thanks, Alex. A Southampton charity has been awarded a special grant funded by the Tampon Tax. The Society of St James received £85,000 to help vulnerable women across the city. Keely Ann Dunn has more.
Women across the UK have been paying a 5% luxury item tax on their sanitary products since 2001. This taxation is nicknamed as the Tampon Tax. The Society of St James, a homeless charity in Southampton, has been lucky enough to receive funding from the Tampon Tax to help end women's homelessness. This funding has enabled them to start a new project called Horizons.
It's about, as our organisation, shaping our organisation to make sure all our policies and processes are gender informed and trauma informed as well. And the knock-on effect of that will be the woman will receive the right, the right help, the right support from well-informed members of staff, in the hope that we can make a difference in their lives.
There are currently around 400 women across Hampshire that receive help from the Society of St James.
We're at about 50 to 60% of women are accessing those hostels, and these women are coming through younger and younger with more and more multiple and complex issues.
The new funds from the Homeless Link will enable the charity to provide a specialist service to more women in need. This is Keely-Ann for Solent Journalism.
Many people in and around Southampton have been involved in Transgender Remembrance Day. The annual event aims to focus on people around the world who've been a victim of transphobic violence. It's estimated there are over 650,000 trans people in the UK. Liam Perfect tells us about his transgender story.
Well, to start with, when I was younger, I was sort of seen as, I guess, a tomboy because I have an older brother and I hang out with boys a lot. So sort of primary school, I thought I was a tomboy, didn't know what transgender was at all, sort of didn't know that the entire community existed. So then as I came to uni, came to sort of around all these people that are so accepting, that obviously there's an entire society at the uni for the community as well. I just slowly started to realise that maybe that like all the negativity and the weird feelings and stuff, maybe it wasn't just sort of like just average depression or body image, or maybe I was actually trans. So then sort of a few months of then sitting there going, oh gosh, what am I? And in the end, when I finally sort of realised and came out, this is probably the happiest I've ever been.
Legendary football coach Laura McMenemy has illuminated Southampton streets for the big Christmas light switch on. There was also a special throwback performance from 90s band E17 to mark the start of the festive season. The 10th year of the Movember run took place on Sunday at Southampton Common. People ran a range of distances wearing moustaches, which is the main focus of the campaign. The idea is to get sponsors for keeping your moustache for the whole of November to prevent prostate cancer, testicular cancer and preserve mental health. Saints head to Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium this Saturday. The club are in 19th place and haven't won a game since mid-September. They've conceded 15 goals in their past 4 games. Today is National Hello Day and people around the world are going out of their way to greet strangers in the street. It was founded by 2 brothers from America to help world leaders communicate. Our correspondent Diliana Golomaheva has more.
Bonjour au monde.
Здравей на света.
Ciao al mondo.
Hello Welt.
World Hello Day is an annual holiday that happens on November the 21st. It was created to express that conflict should be resolved through communication rather than the use of force. Participants verbally greet 10 people or more on that day as an expression of importance of personal communication in persevering peace. Anyone can do this. In order for us to celebrate it, we took to the streets of Southampton to greet 10 strangers and see how they respond to us. Follow me. Hi! Have you guys heard of National World Hello Day? No. No? Okay, right. So National World Hello Day is celebrated on the 21st of November in order to provoke peace and not use force against other people. I set you guys a challenge to say hello to 10 strangers today. Do you think you'll be able to do that?
I think I can.
What about you?
Yeah.
And are you going to start celebrating that annually now?
Yeah.
We're setting challenges to people in order to provoke peace in the people.
Great.
Yeah. So all it does is, in order for you to actually participate in it, all you have to do is say hi to 10 strangers, just how I've stopped you and I said hello to you. Do you think you'll be able to do that?
Yeah. I'm sat on that stool, so I will be quite easily be able to say to height to 10 stone.
So you can do 100?
I'll do 100. I'll do 100 today.
Brilliant, thank you so much.
Great idea. Well done.
Thank you. Have a lovely day.
That's all from us for today. You can find all of our stories and more online, including how you'll be affected by the ongoing roadworks in and around Southampton in the run-up to Christmas. Head to solentjournalism.co.uk. Have a great evening.